It's the final two games of the Serie A season. We've had a remarkable comeback and awesome run of form. Can we hold on and get back into the Champions League again? Because that was quite good fun, wasn't it? Hello and welcome to part 16 of the Milan mission. I'm Kev, and coming up on today's episode we have our final two games of the season. It's the second part of the two-part that we started yesterday, or the 16th part of the 50-60 part that we started a few weeks ago. You get the idea. Anyway, we're at home to Avalino and then away against Fiorentina. Potentially more important than what we're doing today, though. Fiorentina themselves are away to Juventus today, and then at home to us next week. And the league table is super tight at the moment. 2 games to go. We are the team in position. We're in second place, 67 points, but only 1 point ahead of Fiorentina, and 2 points ahead of Inter. Udinese, actually, even with an outside chance as well. But either way, we're definitely in the Euro Cup. We don't want to be in that, do we? If we beat Avalino today and Juventus beat Fiorentina today, that means we're definitely in the Champions League, at least the qualifying round. And depending on what happens in the Inter game, we could even secure second place and straight into the group stage. So that's what we're hoping for. And this is the team that we're playing to try and achieve it. We've been hit by injuries and suspensions a little bit. So Romagnoli and Camacho are both suspended. Makey's picked up an injury, so slightly makeshift. But we've got some decent strength and depth now. I'm impressed with this little squad we're putting together here. I didn't realise quite how much depth we had. So we've got Donnarumma in goal. Back four of Lazar, the Gomez brothers, and the fullback of many names, with Poli sat just in front of them. Bertolacci and Mauri are going to be in midfield, with Bonaventura making his return from injury in behind Niang and Bacca. So, you know, that looks like a pretty good side to me, considering injuries and suspensions have ravaged the defence a little bit. And we know we just need to go out here and get a win today. It doesn't matter how we win. It doesn't matter how much we win by. All that matters today is that we pick up a win. We will keep an eye on what Inter are up to as well, because they're... Oh, in fact, Inter are away against Udinese. Goodness me. The fixture planners have done a good job here, haven't they? They've got Fiorentina against Juventus, Inter against Udinese, and then next week we're playing Fiorentina. We played Inter 2 games ago. They put a fixture list together in Italy, don't they? Right, why are we defending? We've got no business defending today, and oh goodness me, I didn't mean it, lads. I didn't mean just don't defend. I meant let's keep the ball out of our half. Language barrier. I need to learn a bit more Italian. I've been here 2 years. I still don't speak a word of it. That's just poor. Makeshift defence, poor goalkeeping. We've had to withdraw Donnarumma from the under-20 French Youth Invitational thing as well, because he was supposed to go last week. We kind of needed him for these last 2 games, so he's not playing in that now. Lazar with the cross. Bacca is there. Bacca makes it 1-1. We've promised him a move to Liverpool if we don't make it into the Champions League. I think he's really showing that he doesn't want to go to Liverpool, because that's his 3rd goal in like a game and a half since we made him that promise, and he has not been scoring that kind of form all season. So it's ever since we threatened him with sending him to Liverpool that he seems to have finally woken up and realised he's supposed to be the best striker in Italy. He was top scorer last year. And he's been nowhere near it. So he's 30 as well. So I'm kind of thinking, well, if Liverpool come in and offer like 30 million for him, I'd probably take that, and we'll just go and buy 2 more strikers with the money who are 25. We've got Niang as well. There's Everton coming through. So the way back has been this season. I'm not averse to selling him, but I don't want to have to force ourselves out of the Champions League to do it. So hopefully he'll still want to go, even once we get into the Champions League. Because we're going to. I've decided we've got to be positive about this. Right, Poli to Mauri. Out to De Chilio to Mauri. Cross comes into Niang. Niang makes it 2-1. Was he offside? He was not. That's his 15th goal of the season. Bearing in mind he spent half of that season out on the wing as well. He is turning into quite the goal scorer when we play him through the middle, and that's where he's going to be playing from now on. We're well and truly into the diamond now, although we'll probably go super defensive away against Fiorentina next week, depending on circumstances. We might not need to. But if we go there knowing we just need to not lose, we'll definitely go there and stick everyone behind the ball, because we know it works. But I mean, if everything finishes as it is now, we're second place with a game to spare, but Fiorentina do have the game in hand. But the game in hand's against Juventus, so hopefully Juventus do us a favour and we can just go and have a little bit of fun away at Fiorentina. It's not going to happen if we don't beat this lot, though. I mean, where are they in the league? Who are they? Mid-table nonsense. Never even heard of them. I don't believe we played them already this season. I think they snuck in halfway through, and this is the first time we've ever heard of them. But 2-2 at half time. I mean, come on, lads. We want to send Donnarumma on a plane to France. We'll send him off to go and join up with the under-20s if we don't need him next week. But we can't be 2-2. Right, come on. Let's go and grab another goal and then sit and defend, I think, because we can't keep letting goals in against a team like this. We're better than this. Right, little Gomez to big Gomez to Bertolacci. Look at how we're passing this around. I can't keep up with the speed of the passing. De Chilio now with a cross to Niang. What a finish. We said he was turning into a striker, and that's a beautiful finish. 16th goal of the season. De Chilio's been amazing since he decided he didn't want to leave anymore. He's actually turned into the player you lot have been telling me all along that he's supposed to be as well. So we have got a big old pile of top quality fullbacks at this club now. I mean, you can tell it's a Kev team. We've got at least 3, if not 4, proper Champions League quality fullbacks. Our backers in, Bonaventura's in. I mean, that was a big hat full of clear-cut chances. Unbelievably, none of them have gone onto the scoreboard. But I think they were all clear-cut. What's going on in the Udinese game? Where are they? They are still 0-0 and into the second half. So, I mean, I guess Udinese, we want them to win. But a draw is not a disaster, because if we win and they draw, it doesn't matter anyway. If Udinese beat Inter, I don't think it matters what happens in our game. I think we're there. Right, Everton can come on for Bonaventura. And we'll take Poli off. Topol can come on for him. Poli, that's the first time we've ever started him as a holding midfield player. Topol's a natural there. So hopefully he'll just shore things up a little bit defensively, because we were playing with a proper midfielder playing as a holding midfield. Because why not try? He's a good player. Right, let's have a late Udinese goal. That'll make everyone happy. Apart from Inter fans, presumably. Right, Bacca's coming off. Luis Adriano coming on. There's a big part of me that's saying we should drop to our defensive system now. We're quite flexible with how we can just sort of drop into it. Niang can go out wide, and Everton can go out wide on the other side. And we can, with the players we've got on the pitch, quite easily switch over to that system. But it just scares me. When we're only 1 goal ahead, it really scares me. So I think what we really need is 1 more goal, then we'll switch to it. Niang plays a through ball through to absolutely nobody. Big Gomez intercept to Bertolacci. Mauri's got loads of space there. Finds De Chilio. Cross comes into Luis Adriano. Should have been a goal. We are raining attempts down on their goal now, and it's not really going for us, is it? We're making hard work of this game. It should have been a formality. Topol, that's a beautiful ball through to Niang, and he should have done better. Now De Chilio crosses, and Udinese have gone 1-0 up against Inter Milan. Who cares what's happening in our game? Because, that's it, almost, nearly, sort of. Are we there? If the whistle goes now, we're in the Champions League. I think that means we're in the Champions League, regardless of what happens in the Fiorentina-Juventus game. Because if we look at the numbers, Udinese and Inter can't catch us. So, absolute worst case scenario now is that Fiorentina beat Juventus and then beat us, and we end up in 3rd. But even that just puts us into a Champions League playoff. So we have done the unthinkable from where we were. If we have a look, how do we get? That's not what I want to do. I want to look at this. If we click on, there you go. Look, it's got us up with a little UCL symbol next to us. When we were down here at this point, 25 games, down in 7th place, it did not look very likely that we were going to clamber back up to 2nd. But we've only blooming done it. Right, let's go and play Fiorentina. We've got £80 million to spend. This is going to be so much fun. Juventus did us a favour as well. They beat Fiorentina 1-0. We have finished in 2nd place with a game to spare. We now go away to Fiorentina, knowing that it doesn't matter at all what happens in this match to us. But if they beat us, Inter don't get in the Champions League. In unrelated news, this is the team that we're playing. We've got Diego Lopez in goal today. Donnarumma didn't fancy it. Back forward, try and Romagnoli at left back because we've not seen him play there before and he might be good at it. Centre back partnership of Mitrovic, who's never played for us before, and Zapata, who I swore would never play for us again. And then De Chilio plays at right back because we didn't have a rubbish one to bring in. I suppose we could have put Little Gomez over there maybe, but nah, we'll be all right like this. The rest of the team is normal, pretty much. Camacho sits in front of the back four. Cooker comes in midfield, again, just because I've never really seen him play, so we'll give him a game. And Mauri alongside him with Bonaventura behind Niang and Bacca. I don't need to see Luis Adriano play. I know what we get with him. So we're just looking at... There's a few players there playing for a squad place next year. Mitrovic particularly is the main one. Perhaps Diego Lopez as well. Cooker's probably already gone. We've got £80 million to spend. We're not going to be keeping anyone who's not played at least sort of 20 or 30 games for us over the last 2 years. I have sprung a few surprises today, haven't I? And it's very nice of you to notice, Steve Watson. Yeah. I'm well with him, right? Yeah. There you go. Hold on. Additional comments. Inter. We'll do that. It's Niang's 100th league appearance today. Splendid. Oh, for goodness sake, Fiorentina, play along. Play along. They're not even trying, are they? Actually, looking at it, because Udinese beat Inter in the last game, it's Inter are in danger. I mean, they're not actually. They'll definitely be in the Europa League, but they're in danger of finishing fifth, which is a terrible season. For a Milan club. I mean, we were in danger of being there, and I was expecting to get the sack if we got to it. Just saying, I don't know who Inter manage. Oh, they're up to third. Goodness me. Come on, Fiorentina. Oh, we're playing them. Hang about. So, Inter are beating Verona now. We have got the comedy defence on, so, there we go. Now you're talking. I don't want to get thumped too badly, which is why we're playing mostly a normal team further forward on the pitch. But those of you who've been around for a while have seen me manipulate final games of the season to my own ends before. And I mean, I've got nothing against Inter personally, but I'm fully in character here. I'm AC Milan manager. I've been here for 2 years, practically fluent in Italian at this point, and therefore don't like Inter, who are still winning 1-0. Oh, look at that for a shot. Zapata. I mean, Diego Lopez plays the game, lets it just hit the crossbar over his head, but Zapata clears, presumably because he thinks he's playing for his place. But what he doesn't know is I'm definitely selling him because he's not been good enough in 2 years. We've got £80 million to spend. We could buy 40 of him for that kind of money. We could buy the whole Zapata family. The Gomez's and the Zapatas. That could be our defence. Right, come on Fiorentina, let's just nick a couple more, then we can go a little bit more sensible with our lineup for the second half. There we go, that's what we're talking about. I suppose we could have had a look at some youth players today, but clearly we didn't need to. This was enough. We didn't want to take it too far. I don't want to get points deductions for fielding a silly team. I mean, these are all named in our squad of 25, so therefore it's okay. I can use whatever combination of my squad of 25 I want, surely. I hope. Right, Inter are still 1-0. We're now 2-0 down. 3-0 down. This is what we're talking about. Right, in a minute, we'll switch to a more sensible tactic for the circumstances. In fact, I say in a minute, we'll probably do that now. We don't need to see a replay of that. What we do need to do is just try not to concede any more goals, because we don't want to completely destroy the confidence of the team with one moment of silliness just to help Fiorentina into the Champions League. There we go. That'll do nicely. So we'll just go defensive. See what I was talking about in the last game about how flexible our forward line is, that they can just move around into whatever, and the midfield as well, to be honest. They can all play defensive midfield, they can all play attacking midfield. The whole lot of them are just nice and flexible and can move around as needed. Inter have conceded a goal in their game, so it's now 1-1 in the Inter game. Verona, that actually pulls them out of the bottom three as well. And Inter, as it stands, will not be in the Champions League with us. Right, Niang, what can he do? I mean, we don't want him to do too much. It would be nice to nab a couple of goals in this second half and just make it look a bit respectable. Make it look like we actually tried. Because, like I say, don't want to get sued. Don't want points deductions. Right, Fiorentina coming at us again. Camacho's got himself sent off. I mean, he got his instructions before the match, so can't really blame him for that. Right, Bonaventura's struggling a little bit, so we're going to take him off and bring on Poli. Oh no, Topol. There he is. That's who I was looking for. So he can go there, and then we'll stick Niang back up front, and we'll just swap them around. No, come on. This is Dongle still hasn't turned up. For those of you interested. So I'm trying to do all this complicated stuff using the mouse pad on my laptop. Mouse pad, that's probably not what it's called. Which is why that took so long. If anyone has got my dongle, I've still got the keyboard and mouse somewhere. There's the mouse. It's been on my garage floor now. Look at the state of that. That was kicked around for 24 hours while I was doing the live stream the other week. So probably need a new one actually. Forget the dongle. Whoever got it, keep it. You win. 4-0. This is getting. It is getting a little silly now. Udinese are winning their game. They probably feel a little hard done by what's going on, because if we'd have played a sensible team, they'd have done enough to get in the Champions League, because they're winning and Inter aren't. So if anyone's gonna sue us, it's actually looking like it might be Udinese as it stands at the moment. Oh, bless them. I feel bad for them, actually. I don't have any preference for Fiorentina. I just didn't want Inter to make it into the Champions League. Let's bring Everton on up front. I do feel a little guilty. Do you reckon we've got the nous to get back into this game with 20 minutes to go, down to 10 men and 4-0 down against one of the best teams in the division? We probably haven't. I do enjoy games like this, because you can only get away with it when you know you've already achieved your mission. The day we do this, when we've actually won the league, will be quite nice. 5-0 now, because we're getting all silly about it. But remember, we're 19 points behind Juventus, who are the champions, winning the league for the 6th year in a row. So with all the money we're being given this year and another season in the Champions League, we've got to start closing that gap on Juve. I don't realistically expect us to be able to go and win the league next year, but it would be nice to make it competitive. If that gap can be no more than sort of 5 or 6 points next year. Mitrovic hasn't done himself any favours today, has he? I don't want to bring little Gomez on for a game like this, so big Gomez can come on. Mitrovic, that's his one and only appearance in a Milan shirt. That might be it for him. He might be off in the summer now, because he was a bit of a panic buy when it looked like Zapata was going to be going. With 2 days of the transfer window left, his deal fell through. I did my usual thing of bringing in the replacement before the player has left, and ended up with 2 centre backs who I didn't really want, who weren't really good enough, rather than 1. So that wasn't ideal. But we brought little Gomez in, so we got the one we really wanted, the one we've been chasing for a little while. So the other 2 can just get lost in the summer, and we'll bring in someone good to compete with the others that we've got. We've lost this game ridiculously. That's 6-0 now. This wasn't what I had. Looking at this, Fiorentina might have beaten us anyway. They're rampant, and we're just incompetent. How much of this is from clear-cut chances? Where's the stats? They've had 4 clear-cut chances. So they are finishing well. Inter are ahead again in their game. But even that, with Inter winning and Udinese winning, it wouldn't be enough for Inter. They are down in 5th. And Fiorentina, through a remarkable last day of the season, have made it into the Champions League. Ignacio will be back, don't you worry. There we go. The fans, that would probably leave a slightly sour taste in the mouth for some fans, but who cares? Wouldn't it be funny if they sacked me for that? Right, let's have a quick look at the season review. I know this is already quite a long episode, so we'll rush through it. If we have a look at goal scorers first, you can see that's something we really need to fix in the summer. We've got money to spend now. I expect a big chunk of that money to go on a player who's going to score 30, 35 goals for us next year, because we need that. backers not really got it anymore. And like I say, if Liverpool are going to offer anything decent for him, in fact, 2 clubs want him now, Liverpool and Man United. He's worth 19.5 million. If we can get, say, 30 million pounds for a player who's going to be turning 31 at the start of next season, and clearly is on the decline, if we look at that goal return season on season, we will bite their arm off and go and reinvest that money. But we're going to buy a striker in the summer anyway. Niang is emerging as a potential option, but still not quite scoring consistently enough to be first choice. And other than that, there weren't really any goals from anywhere else. Luis Adriano's done. He can move on. And if we look at average ratings, it's the story of Makey, signing of the season by a comfortable margin. He's 4-star ability, 4-star potential. We nicked him out of, he was on the bus on the way to Inter, and we just told him that's who we were when he arrived in Milan. Hijacked the deal. What a good signing he's been, and expect more assists next season as he'll play the whole year using the overlapping fullback bombing on attacking system. De Chilio and Lazar as fullbacks have benefited from that system as well. And Mauri, that's a bit of a surprise, because he's only 21. He's got bags of potential. Bit of an unsung hero because I almost never mention him, but he's obviously just sort of plugging away in midfield. He's officially our best central midfielder now. Massive improvement on last season. We just need to start getting some goals or assists out of him for me to actually notice him. But clearly he's doing a lot that goes unnoticed, tucked away in that midfield somewhere. So perhaps we don't need to go back in for Kante this summer, which would have been my first instinct. Money-wise, going into the summer, there's only 30 million in the bank, but we've got 80 million to spend on transfers and quite a chunk of wage budget as well. So expect me to have some fun over the summer. Tomorrow there won't be an episode because we've got a second part of the Q&A from last week coming up tomorrow. But Sunday's episode, it's going to be a transfer special with bells on. If you've enjoyed that, make sure you pop a like on there for me. Subscribe to the channel if you'd like to see more. And thank you very much for watching.